Well, an extremely busy pit area here at the Keller Auto Speedway. Welcome back to today's YouTube video. My name is Tanner Holmes, and I'm a 17-year-old sprint car driver from Southern Oregon, and I'm actually a long ways from home today. We're about 9 hours south of where we live in Southern Oregon at the Keller Auto Speedway for night number 1 of the Peter Murphy Classic. And there is a lot of wing sprint cars here. We have 38 360s and 25 410s. Tonight we're going to be competing in the 410 division in the blue 18T. Pumped hit the racetrack. We ran one race here earlier this season and ran 5th in the 410 sprint car with a stout field. A lot of those same guys are going to be here tonight, so we're going to have to be on it. That's Peter Murphy, who literally just drove by, the guy that is putting on the race tonight. He was on our podcast recently, and it was cool that he just drove by and jumped into today's video. So anyway, we have engine heat coming up, then hot laps, and right into our first heat race. 2 heat race format, no qualifying, so a lot of racing action is going to happen tonight, and we're going to capture it all for the vlog. Well, we are definitely playing in the mud tonight here at the Keller Auto Speedway. Racetrack started out super hooked up, but some parts of it were slick, some of it was greasy, and some of it was already rolled in. So you're getting a trio of different track conditions. We just went out there and hot lapped. Car felt all right. We were able to get up to full speed on the straightaways, but like I mentioned, some parts of the racetrack were still greasy. So no qualifying for us. The 360s are out there qualifying right now, which is going to run in the racetrack. The next event that's going to hit the track for the 410s is going to be heat race number 1. But tonight's heat race starting positions are going to be determined by a pill draw, which we did earlier. I pulled an 87, which means I'm going to be rolling out last here in this first heat race. I'm going to have the onboard cameras on. I'm also going to have my sister filming from the grandstands because I'm not sure how long our cameras on the car are going to stay clean. The racetrack still has a lot of grip, which means we're going to be pulling a lot of tear-offs. Anyway, let's head out for heat race number 1. All right, Dad, how did we do in heat race number 1?
We did good. Started 8th, finished 5th. Gets us up there in the points. We start on the pole now, so hopefully we win it, and we're in the dash.
So 8th to 5th in our heat race, just like Dad said. Car was pretty good. Like we talked about there, though, before that heat, it was exactly what we predicted. Just right through the middle, a good grip lane, not much of a curve, but just stand on the gas, a very fast racetrack. So now we're going to be starting on the pole of the next one, and we really need to win it. If we run 2nd, there's still a chance we make the redraw. Even winning it, there's actually a chance we don't make the redraw just because everyone is so close in points. They reworked the bottom to try to bring that in, so maybe there's going to be some grip down there, but we still have 5 or 6 heat races until we're back up for heat race number 2, so we just got to continue to watch the racetrack and see what it does.
Their second match of heat races. Milestone car from the front row, the Taunton Sun Sprinter. Car
Well, one of the bonuses to where we parked on this trip here to Hanford is we're able to see the speedway from on top of our trailer. So I'm watching the dashes right now. They're getting ready to roll out. It's super windy. They did some track prep, but our heat race is complete, and I just made some mistakes. You guys followed along from the onboard and watched a little bit from the stands. My whole heat race went wrong at the start. I tried to, you know, time it and roll quick, especially starting on the outside. I thought I was gonna be on the inside, but they switched it. Starting on the outside, I thought we were gonna be money, but the inside car just went later than I expected and kind of slowed up coming to the line. And I was rolling quick and I hit the brakes, and then that just killed my momentum. He took off, and then I think one of the cars, Casey Kane, was in the Roth 83, and he started 6th, and he was sliding me into 1. So the whole heat race was just bonkers. And then from there, you know, once we got slid a couple of times, the racetrack was so top dominant, I wasn't able to make any moves back, and I'm just gaining a lot of experience. The racetrack was super slick and right around the top, and you know, making moves was very difficult. So we did kind of throw out the anchor and ended up running 5th there. I did have some footage though that they I shot right before all these dashes rolled out of some of the track prep, because like I mentioned, it was right around the curve, very difficult, fast pace, and there wasn't much of a bottom. So here is some of that footage. Over here off of turn 2, it is almost off the racetrack. The curb is gnarly tonight at the Keller Auto Speedway. Feel good? Good luck, boys. Watch out for that duck. Sorry about that. I just got done with the A main event here at Hanford, and I have a fan that wants to be in the video. She's rocking all the merch. She stopped by earlier. You brought me ice cream.
Yeah.
Right? You want to shout out for the vlog? What's your name?
Kayla.
Kayla, and where are you from?
Tascadero.
Tascadero, and like I said, she brought me ice cream earlier. We just did, actually, I helped you with your school project. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, so I had to do a 3 things project, and I chose to do sprint cars because I'm really well known with that stuff. And so since Tanner's my favorite driver, I asked if he could do a video for me, and he did. And so I thanked him with ice cream and money for his pit pass.
That's awesome. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Anyway, we're going to get all cleaned up, loaded up, and headed south to Tulare. Well, you can see everything is all loaded up. That is a look at our right rear after the 30-lap 410 sprint car feature for night number 1 of the Peter Murphy Classic. I know it wasn't our most glamorous night, flashy night, but man, so much learning took place here in the Tanner Holmes Racing 18T pit. I think technically we went forward a couple of laps there in the feature. It was just 30 laps, 1 yellow, and a lot of just single file racing. Early on, you know, the racetrack was wide and you could maneuver between the bottom and the top. I think the top was always faster, but you could drop down low and make passes and not lose a lot of ground. But the biggest thing, and I haven't experienced this much, and it's just something, you know, I think you just have to get better and better at it and try to be confident in this moment, and that is when it's so dusty, especially on like lap number 1 of the A main event, that you literally can't see. And this is the worst I've ever encountered. Going down the back straightaway, running about 16th or 18th, at one point I literally could not see any of the cars around me. Probably one of the scariest moments in the race car, but that's just gonna happen as you go to some of these places that just end up being dust bowls. I mean, like I said, I saw everyone. I'm always looking forward, and then I don't see the car that's next to me. I can't see the car in front of me. I can't see if they're all wrecking. If they are, there's not a lot I can do, but you just kind of have to get better in that moment and try to make the best decision possible. So I fell back early. I gained a couple of spots and then ended up taking rubber, but a bunch of takeaways from the night. I think, you know, for example, in that first heat race, we made some great laps. I learned a lot during that second heat race on how to run the top side and also what to do on starts, and how, you know, sometimes other drivers are gonna play the game just like they do in outlaw karts or in any form of racing. And so you got to do what you can to win that game and put yourself in a good spot so you don't end up in these insane slider battles or, you know, kill your own momentum. Also work on trying to drive the car a little bit harder. These 410s, everybody is gassed up, sliding each other, you know, not giving anyone any room, and I just got to get up on the wheel and make it happen. So night number 2 of the Peter Murphy Classic will be tomorrow at the Tulare Thunder Bowl. I do want to thank all my sponsors though: Lafarge North America, Carson Oil, Earthen Environmental, OMA KTM, Pit Stop USA, Next Gen, Durango RV, On-Site Screeners, Fast 4 Media, and Ferguson, everyone that supports us, everyone that watches the vlogs, and my family. And then to add to that, our one crew guy, Roger, he helps out a ton. So everyone that makes this possible for the 18T to be on a dirt track every single weekend, or the 22C, since Carly's getting into sprint cars, but you just have to take the good with the bad on some of these nights. I know our results are definitely not where we want them to be. You know, we want to be improving every single time we hit the racetrack, but you just got to learn, put it all in your notebook and get prepared for the next time we come to this place and all of our other races. Dad is moving the trailer now. We're getting ready to head south to Tulare, and I'll see you guys all for night number 2. Thank you for watching. Deuces.